guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm about to do something exciting with my hair, and I thought I would take you guys along, but more vlog style. I haven't done a vlog ever, so this is going to be interesting. It's a little bit of a drive, and I'm running a little bit late as usual, so let's get into it. Okay, so I just got to the salon, and Natalie, who is the owner and also the stylist who's doing my hair today, is finishing up with someone. So when I thought I was late, I'm actually not. Great feeling. But I'm gonna go run and grab some coffee. But before I do that, I thought I would just take a second and give you guys a little bit of background. So I follow a stylist. Her name is Hair by Chrissy, and I'm sure if you like looking at hair photos on Instagram, you probably follow her. She does these hand-tied extensions. She owns, I believe it's called Habit Salon down in Arizona. I've never had anything other than just clip-in extensions, so I'm really nervous always about having or expediting hair loss, which I'm already experiencing too, thanks to hypothyroidism. My hair is pretty short, and the color also Natalie did, and it looks so messed up in the back because I slept in a ponytail, but doesn't matter, we're here. A long story short, Natalie is the owner of Hair Reformation. She is in upstate New York in like the Buffalo area, and she and her team went down to Arizona and got trained by Hair by Chrissy. And as soon as I found out, I was like, book me a spot. I need to have these hand-tied extensions. Natalie is super highly trained. She has worked with amazing people, gotten trained all over the United States and Canada. She is so adamant on maintaining her education, which for me is like A++ #1 priority. You can never know too much in the skin, makeup, and hair care industry, in my opinion. Okay, let's go to Starbucks. We are back at the salon, and I thought before I go in I would show you guys what I got from Starbucks, because why not? I actually am always so curious when people are like, I got this from this place, and I'm like, wait, but what did you get? Like, I want to know your order. I want to try it out, you know? So I got a cloud macchiato made with almond milk and sugar-free vanilla, and then I got a second one for later because I'm gonna be here for a while, and this is an iced almond milk latte, and it has 2 pumps of sugar-free vanilla. And I did get 1 pump of white mocha because I follow Roxette Arissa, and she and Yes did this whole like Starbucks drink thing, and this one sounded really good. Technically it's supposed to be like 2 and 2 pumps or more of each pump, but I just wanted to get one of the actual sugar one. Well, let's go ahead, get inside, and get started. Finished product. Oh my god, I am obsessed. This came out way better than I had envisioned in my mind. Like, I knew it would look great because I have been to Natalie before for coloring, and so I trusted her, but like, it's so hard to envision what it's actually gonna look like. And obviously my natural hair is here, so like the inner bits, if you see a little bit of it, but like when it's curled, and especially when it's straight, it is so seamless. I'm shocked. The color is amazing. I didn't think I would be able to stay blonde and get extensions because I thought maybe they wouldn't look as like seamless as I wanted them to, but literally, I'm pretty sure I'm blonder now than when I first walked in. I feel like a totally different person. It's crazy how changing your hair can change your entire energy. I'm so in love with my hair. Hey guys, so this is the finished product, and I have here the magician that created this for me. This is Natalie.
Hi guys.
And she, like I mentioned before, is the owner of Hair Reformation, and she is like the master stylist, colorist, hair extensionist. I had a ton of questions about this whole process going into it. So I thought, since I have her here, and Sophie, of course.
Yes, we have Sophie too.
That I could ask her some of the questions. We have a list, and we're just going to pick Natalie's brain. Also, for the record, we've been here for 8.5 hours.
Yes.
And I have done nothing but sit in a chair, but Natalie has been on her feet. So the first question was, does it hurt?
Yes.
I don't have a super sensitive head, but it kind of just feels like someone is French braiding like thin pieces of hair. I didn't really have sensitivity until we got to the very top. That's the only place.
She did amazing.
What is the method?
So we combined 2 different lengths into Anisha's hair. So she's wearing 10 wefts of 16 inches and then only 2 wefts of 18 inches, which gave it this really cool lived-in look. And see how it doesn't look like Barbie hair? Like, it just honestly looks like it grew out of her head that way. So I found with blending 2 varying lengths, it looks more realistic. We did 3 rows, 4 wefts sewn on each row, so 12 wefts total. And then the hair we used was Habit Salon, so Hair by Chrissy at Hair by Chrissy. I trained there at Habit Salon, and they make their own hand-tied line by Bombshell. And I've just found personally that I think it's the best hair, and especially with Anisha, I'm able to get her really icy, but not blue or gray or pearl. Like vanilla. That's what we were going for, especially with her skin tone. Yes,
I thought hand-tied means that like you're hand-tying it into there. I was wrong. It's called hand-tied because
the weft is actually hand-tied, not machine-tied. This is what a machine-tied weft looks like, and you can see how it's like ultra bulky at the top. So this is a hand-tied weft. So you can see how thin that is. So we're able to like add multiple layers of wefts to each row we sew. Sorry, it's kind of a mouthful. So Anisha has 12 hand-tied wefts in her hair.
In like 3 rows.
Yes.
So like a machine tied is pretty much like when you get most clip-in extensions.
Yes, yeah.
That thickness of the top is the machine. Whereas this, like, if you look at it, the top of this is literally like so itty bitty fine
versus
that. And it's also like way more flexible. That one feels thick. What is the maintenance for these extensions?
We recommend the maintenance for like every 8 to 12 weeks, different for every extension wearer, right? You could work out really, really super hard and want to come every 8 weeks, or you could be really gentle, washing only once or twice a week and last up to 12 weeks. So we say 8 to 12 weeks. At that point, you'd remove all the wefts and then redo your color.
This is something that is very time consuming and also physically intensive.
Yeah.
But I feel the results are super natural, which if you're getting extensions and like you want an unnatural look, that's fine. But like my hair length is this short.
And then I'm wearing all hand tied too. So
yeah, and Natalie's is also super short,
really
but like
thin, and I also have Hashimoto's thyroid. So I don't have. So my favorite thing I told Anisha is, if you can't grow it, you sew it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So make sure that you really enjoy your stylist because you're going to spend a lot of time with them.
Yeah. Facts. The hair, once you do the one-time purchase of each weft, this lasts for 8 to 12 months.
Yes.
And you touch up the wefts 8 to 12 weeks.
And your service costs will decrease because you don't have to pay for the hair again. What we wanted to touch on with the extensions is what Anisha's holding is a rooted. It's an 860 in Habit hand tied, which is one of my favorite colors. And you can see how that's gently rooted there, and then it goes into the 60. But the company is on back order a lot. Hand-tied is really, really in demand. There's a lot of companies that are just starting to come on the market, but for me, Bombshell's the most reputable and my favorite one so far. In Anisha's hair, we did a combination of 3 different weft colors. So we did a piano, which has this root color in an 8, all the way down to the tips with 60, so like a low light and a highlight. And then we combined wefts of just 60, which is just a full blonde panel, and then we combined rooted. So she has all custom, each row is completely custom to that specific row.
Because hand-tied extensions are expensive.
Yeah.
Like the cost, we talked about this, like depending on what your goals are and everything, it can start at like 500 and go exponentially up from there. But something that also stood out about the hand-tied extensions was how personalized it was.
And then we also glaze it at the sink. So we, not only are we addressing what we highlight, then we're root tapping the extensions, sometimes even on top of this. And then we're completely glazing the extensions to get this really nice vanilla color. And then the cool thing that Anisha asked me was, is this gonna damage my hair? And I had the same concerns too, as a wearer and as a extensionist. That was my biggest thing, was I found that tape extensions were like ruining people's little baby new hairs. And I hated how sticky my fingers would be during the removal, or that my clients who worked out really hard and sweat, that they were getting a lot of slippage. So with hand-tied wefts, no glue and no adhesives. So they are virtually the least damaging extensions on the market. And the clip-in is going in and out on the same spot. So Anisha was worried about the bead and the row. Was that gonna cause a point of
like balding?
Yeah, like she was worried about that, but it really can't because we're using a silicone lined bead as well. The habit hair is so light, it's not like you're sewing machine tied in, which could maybe cause some issues. And Anisha loves those slip hair ties, which I love too, so we also recommend those. The satin and the slip pillowcase, so we love slip. We're both obsessed.
Big proponents, big supporters here.
We really love slip. So Anisha came in with her slip scrunchie on, and I was like, I have one too.
Do your research, find someone good. Like I mentioned, Natalie is big on education. She trains, she travels for training, classes, education, and like, no, but it's, I mean, it's serious. And for me, that makes such a big difference because all of these things, like the good things, the no damage, the natural results can only happen with somebody who actually knows what they're doing, because this can go very badly otherwise, I feel. I think we covered everything. If you guys do have questions, leave them in the comments down below and I can ask Natalie and we can respond.
You can follow me on @HairReformation on Instagram.
And I'll leave all of Natalie's stuff linked down below. Totally worth it. Again, Buffalo area. It's worth it. That's all we have for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye. Hey guys, so it is officially day 2 of extensions. So I thought I would just pop on here and do a quick little update for you guys. It is about 9 p.m. here. So I have officially had them in for well over 24 hours. When I was driving home from Hair Reformation last night, my head was definitely tender, like especially these top wefts. When I got home, I just took 2 Advil, went to sleep. When I slept, I put the top portion of my head up in like a little clip, and then I braided the rest of it back and tied it off with a slip silk scrunchie. I definitely felt like there was something there when I was sleeping, but it wasn't bothersome. And as I was sleeping, I didn't notice it. I got a good night of sleep. And the only thing I really had to do this morning, because I sometimes sweat at night, so my natural hair was kind of kinky, and I just took a 1 1/4 inch curling iron and curled it. And what I love is because Natalie was so particular about my color, my natural hair matches the extensions so well that I barely had to use heat, and it is completely blended together. I used a wet brush to brush my hair out, and everything is just sitting really nice. If you're someone who doesn't like the feeling of things like on you, this probably isn't for you, because unlike strip lashes, you can't just rip them off at the end of the day. I love them. Okay, I love them more today than I did yesterday. I think I was also so tired yesterday by the time we finished that I was like, I just gotta go. But all day today, I've been catching myself in like reflections. And I don't mean mirrors, I mean windows, doors, like anywhere where I can kind of see what's going on here. I stop because A, I'm not used to seeing myself with such long hair, and B, I'm not used to seeing myself with such thick hair, and I love it. It's such an amazing feeling, guys. I'm someone who has always had really fine hair, but especially when I got diagnosed with hypothyroidism, I lost about 70% of my hair. So coming from a place where my hair is one of my favorite accessories to play around with and change up, it was also at the same time such a big insecurity of mine, to now I have all this hair. Like, are you kidding me? It feels great. And I'm a strong proponent of doing whatever you want to do to give yourself confidence or make yourself feel better in your own skin, as long as you're not hurting yourself or somebody else. If you are in the New York area and you don't mind the drive, come to upstate New York and go to Hair Reformation with Natalie. Natalie at Hair Reformation, I have only good things to say about her. She is innovative, she's creative, she's so educated and continues to constantly educate herself. She is such a positive, uplifting person. She will do everything she can to get your hair just right and like beyond what you thought. The blending, everything, and it'll just keep getting better and better as it gets more worn in. Another thing about the extensions, speaking of being worn in, I feel like today they're more comfortable than they were yesterday. I just feel like it looks so good and it's so thick and luscious, and like, who am I? I 100% am obsessed with these, and they make me feel awesome, which I think that itself is like a great thing. Yes, they are expensive, and if they are out of your budget, I get it. Like, I totally understand it. That is absolutely valid. But if you have the ability to, can find someone that is in your budget, or an amount of wefts that is in your budget, I would say give it a shot. And like I said, once the hair is yours, it's yours. You can reuse it. Just make sure you're taking care of it. That's pretty much a wrap on this installation, literally and figuratively, of my hair extensions. This vlog style thing was kind of fun too. It was super informal, but I kind of am into it. Like, I hope you guys are into it, or if it's just me, let me know in the comments down below. But if you guys like the vlog style, I definitely can do more of it. But until my next video, thank you guys as always so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.